Alright guys, got a match against Kagome here. This is the first match I've done in a very long time, and the first match I'm uploading onto this account. So yeah, he starts off with an Espeon and I go out with my usual Swampert, but I didn't know how much damage he could do, so I just went out to Jirachi so that Swampert didn't die basically, or lose most of his health. Jirachi takes a Psychic quite nicely, as he is a wall and is double resistant, which helps. So I use a U-turn predicting a switch. He doesn't switch, but I still get some very nice damage with the U-turn there, more than I expected. So I see from that Bullet Punch will basically be able to kill the Espeon, finish it off. And he sends in a Gliscor. I could have stayed out and fought, but Stab Earthquake isn't my friend when I'm using my Metagross. However, it is my friend when I'm using Dragonite, so in comes him. This is my Scarf Knight, which is why I used which is why I keep using Dragon Claw again and again. And Scarf Knight works really well actually, because as you can see he sends in his Dragonite. He thinks he can outspeed me, but no. So Scarf Knight's doing some pretty cool damage there. And in comes his Gliscor again, which for a wall it seemed to have quite little defense, and then he uses Feint Attack, because, you know, Feint Attack is such an excellent move, isn't it? Who doesn't have Feint Attack on their team? I know I did. So in comes his Drifblim, and hit that with the Dragon Claw as well, finish it off, but he does some aftermath damage, so that was a bit meh. And his Umbreon comes in, and being a wall, I didn't think I'd be able to finish that off with Dragon Claw, so I went out to Infernape, who has Close Combat, and yeah, I finished off the Umbreon. And I think that was one of the quickest games I've ever played, so because of that, I've put up another match for you. Right, this one's sped up 8 times, because otherwise the video would be about 10 minutes long, so I'm going to have to talk very fast. I lead off with Rapidash, and I don't... Alright, okay. I switch into Shuckle, who gets faked out, which is nice, and I get some rocks up there. Shuckle's a nice wall underuse, he's one of my favourite Pokemon. In comes his Registeel, which takes up the Toxic. That was some good prediction there. And I hit it with the Encore, assuming that he was going to curse or something, but it wasn't that kind of good guess. Registeel, shut up. So I go into this guy, thinking that he might try and Toxic again, but he goes into Miltank, and I hit him with a Cross Chop. And that doesn't do very much, so I'm not liking the look of that, so I go back out to Legends in order to try and Toxic him. And he sends a Registeel, so I was lucky really that he didn't send in that next turn, otherwise that would have taken the Toxic. But his Earthquake fails to finish off my Rapidash, which is quite cool, and I put to sleep his Azumarill. And I send in my Poliwrath so that I can Belly Drum, substitute, get lots of attack, do some Mega Sweeping, etc, etc. And I completely forgot Ambipom gets double hit. So that kind of destroyed my entire Poliwrath plan, and I didn't even get a hit in. So Ambipom's now on half health. I send him my Lantern. He switches out to Registeel, which I hit with a Thunder, and it becomes basically a stall wall now. Well, not really a stall wall, but you know what I mean. It takes a while, and I've managed to finish off eventually. So I get some luck with the Confusion hacks here, and then later on I get some luck with Thunder hacks as well, which is cool. So my Zapper gets poisoned, but you know, that doesn't matter too much. So I finish off his Registeel with a useless crit Surf, which is nice, and he sends in his Ambipom again. So I switch out to Shuckle again to take the Fake out, and he's also poisoned, so it looks like half my team's poisoned at the moment. He goes in with Azumarill, who obviously avoids the Toxic because he's already asleep. I go in with this guy. I try to do my Sunny Day, Solar Beam, Chlorophyll strategy, but he wakes up, which is not good. So in comes my Rapidash again, and he goes into Miltank, which I put to sleep, because I thought he'd switch to something. I didn't know what, but I thought he'd switch to something. And then, because I knew it was banded, so I knew he wasn't going to use Ice Punch on my Rapidash. So I don't know how this has happened, but for some reason my Shocker was out against his Ambipom again, and his Ambipom appears to be dead. Yay. In comes a Swellow. This Swellow basically killed my team. So I tried knocking off the Flame Orb, but of course he protected, it was too late. So he finished me off with a U-turn with Guts, which was, yeah, and he sends in a Azumarill, and I finished that off with Zapper, with Thunder. I don't know why I didn't switch out. He could have switched to Miltank, taken the Thunder, I guess, but, yeah. And he sends in Mesprit. I get a crit with my Thunder, which is cool. And then I finish him off with the Surf, and he basically almost kills me with the Psychic, but I managed to survive. And then he sends in his Swellow, and that's pretty much game over, because that Swellow swoops my entire team. Even though my Ursaring's meant to have Quick Feet. So, if anyone could explain why my Ursaring's still really slow, even though he's got Quick Feet and Poison, that'd be nice. Alright, cheers, thanks for watching, and good games both of you.